this is Lucy and welcome to the Crab Shack and Dock. Now I have a confession to make. This was meant to be a build video, and this was a camp that I built originally in about 2 weeks on and off, but when the new season started and I had a bit of downtime waiting for the Mothman event to start and had nothing else to do, I started embellishing. So probably overall it took me about 4 weeks. There are a lot of complicated little fiddly things in this camp, and I spent a week, 6 days, putting together a video that was made up of lots of clips of videos. So trying to put all that together, I did. I wasn't happy with the end result. Coming on the heels of the Iron Mountain anvil. I've just been round and killed everything! Leave me alone! Right, anyway. Coming on the heels of the Iron Mountain anvil, which was a really complicated build. It took me ages to do that video. I was actually getting to the point where I thought, that's it, I can't do this anymore. Everything I do is so complicated now. I am actually physically incapable of producing build videos for these builds because I'm too ill. So I've come up with a solution, and the solution is this. I will do a tour video, which is what this will be, and I will do short videos for individual parts. So, I mean, if it's a simple build, and I might be doing some, because we have so many new players coming in because of Fallout TV show, which I'm still the original Fallout Lucy. It's so freaky. It's also freaky because McLean is actually my mum's name, so yeah, that's just completely strange and weird. So I am still the original Fallout Lucy. I will be doing some newer sort of easy builds, also tiny houses. If I can knock a video out in 20 minutes, that's fine. It's just things like this which are very complicated, have lots of moving parts, meaning I have to do parts of the video over and over again. Yeah, I can't do it anymore, or I can't do it again. So I will be doing a video on working with boats, how to add structures on boats and the door. I will probably do a video on how I built the crab shack using the bridge pieces on foundations, how I made the floating sign, so things like that. So if you actually want to build the dock, I will give you an aerial view of the foundations. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, including these two across, and 3 deep. I lowered these 2 foundations. I would start, because of, I don't know if you know, but placing foundations on rocky parts can be complicated. I'd do the lower foundations first, put those 2 in, raise the foundation up to get the rest in. So that is the plan. I'm also planning to do some more No Man's Sky. I know not as many of you watch my No Man's Sky videos, but I basically have this channel to try and keep my brain sane because I'm pretty much a disabled lock-in. So it's my channel, I'll do what I like. I love No Man's Sky, I love building in No Man's Sky. Like 76, I have the building techniques library, which is just small, short videos without any embellishment, just showing you how to do one small thing. I'm going to try doing some of those for No Man's Sky. And it's not just for my viewers, it's also for me, because I started that series because I spent 20 minutes watching one of my own videos because I couldn't remember how to do something, because I hadn't done it for a while. So I will be doing that. So I have other videos I'd like to do. It's just getting the time and the energy. I have had an extremely difficult winter. It's been very cold. I have not been able to put my heating on as high as I would like, and it made my pain significantly worse, which made everything else much harder for me to do. And also losing one of my cats just really kind of wiped me out emotionally. So, right. Anyway, here is the Crab Shack. I will give you a tour. If I'm quite quiet today, somebody commented recently that they didn't like my new microphone. They'd listened to an older video and they thought that the sound was better. I don't think it's the microphone. About 18 months ago, I nearly lost my voice because I got into the habit of really projecting my voice when I'm recording, and I don't actually have to do it. I am quite softly spoken, apart from when I'm swearing like a sailor. Obviously, I don't put that in my videos. As my friends will attest to the swearing like a sailor. So I'm going to try and speak at a sort of normal volume and maybe slow down the speech slightly so that I'm not babbling. There's people that watch my videos will know I don't rehearse anything. My videos are basically just a stream of consciousness, and that works for me because usually it means I don't have to keep re-recording stuff. It just works for me. It's easier. Trust me. Right, anyway. If you want to know where we are on the map, we are down just past Sunshine Meadows and Hillfolk Hot Dogs on the road to Point Pleasant. Boat 76 is up here. So, decided I'd had this set for a few weeks and I hadn't done anything with it, so I decided I wanted to experiment. There are issues I have with this boat. Basically, it needs a stick up its butt. By that I mean Bethesda took an asset from the game and just plonked it into the Atom store. It will only go on land. It will go in the water, but because it doesn't have a pillar to lower it and raise it, it will only go on the bottom of the river. So that is a bit of an issue. I have tried various tricks that I know to try and lift it up, but using mats, all sorts of things, but I can't get anything to stick to it or stick underneath it or next to it, or doing blueprints. I just couldn't get it to work. So I decided it was a houseboat. It was permanently docked here, and I've actually clipped it onto the edge of the shore here. We have this crafting area with this faux kind of shelf storage area. It's very simple to do. Just put the first roof on, flame a trap these, and then place these underneath. To put all these boxes on, all I did was lower this roof, place the boxes on. This roof is very thin. If you use a thicker roof, it might look like they're floating, but it's pretty imperceptible. So do that, put the boxes on, and then raise your roof again, and you have this storage area. Although this one's probably dripping. I don't know if you've done any of the quests in Atlantic City, but there's a funny. There's a very nice man on the boardwalk who'll give you a job if you have a look at the notice board in the White Springs. So I've got quite a lot of workbenches out here. You could probably get more in here. I did get Sam's workbench out. I've not used Sam before. I didn't realise that you can't use this workbench, and for some reason he either gets stuck somewhere like around here, or I just have his head poking through the foundation here. So yeah. This is the Crab Shack. This was tricky to put on, and it's not easy to put objects in here. It didn't like. I managed to get these in because they snap. I ended up losing the will and just put the stove down. Although, to be honest, I don't use that stove much. It's also a useful place to put my vendor. So here is a nice place to sit out. and enjoy the view of the river. I actually hated these in Fallout 4 and I kind of wasn't sure if I would use it. I bought the set, it came with the set. But it is actually quite useful when you have one of the dailies that says eat 25 meat-based meals. So this, if you don't know this location, this is a junk spot. I have a resource extractor on it. It is locked. The door is locked. If you want to know how I did that, I will do a short video on that. The one thing I will say is, despite putting it in various different locations, there is still one spot where it's still locked, but I just didn't want the extractor sort of visible in the camp. So I would have liked a red shipping container, but if you flame a trap it, it goes red, but we've only got yellow or blue ones, or I have. Maybe there is a red one and I didn't get it. So down here we have one of the docks. I would have liked to have put the boat here, but yeah, it was on the riverbed. This is two pieces. It's a long piece and a short piece. These snap together, but they don't line up. They don't snap to foundations, but they will kind of go quite close and they almost into the foundation. I have a fishing spot here, and I did try and put a fishing rod on a chessboard. I didn't think it would work, but it didn't. I've always wanted to be able to put a fishing rod in my camp, so oh well, maybe one day. These are the Nuka-Cola speakers. I did try hang some lights off that electrical cable, but I couldn't get it to... Possibly do it with a conduit. You can hang stuff off conduits, but I didn't know until I placed these that they actually work. Well, I've got the voice turned down so Sam doesn't talk over me, but if you these do play music, and almost like radio, you get the sounds from Nuka-Cola World. I just put this down as an objet d'art. And the bell. That does work. So here's the boat, and this is where Nora lives. I put this cover up because I just thought it was odd not having some cover over the kitchen stove. I have a few things that are on chessboards, so like the cup. There's a couple of bits of alcohol. There was a third one, I don't know where it's gone. I think I deleted it by accident. I put my, you can see the chessboard there actually, just through there, maybe it needs to go down slightly. I put my bucket under my sink, like I said I would. I had this whole thing in Fallout 4 to make working sinks. You take a bucket, you take the bucket to your water pump, you fill the bucket. You put the plug in your sink, you put the water in your sink. When the water is, when you've used it, when you've washed your face or whatever else you want to wash in your sink, you put the bucket under the drain pipe, under the drain hole, pull the plug out. You now have grey water, you can put that on your crops so the water isn't wasted. See? It's like, you know, I don't know why I think of these things, but I do. I have this double stove. I just like this. I've used it before. We have pretty much everything you need here. I've got a guitar. I have the outdoor shower. If you didn't notice, there is actually a portable toilet, composting toilet on the dock. Put this door in. You have to make sure it opens outwards. So this is pretty much just a bedroom. There is a chair in here. Although the weather is always going to be nice here, because I have one of those nice weather machines kind of merged into the ground in my camp. I've been doing that a lot lately. So I have this little step up here, and I have my hammock with a tick pillow. I do actually use this to get well rested. It's easier than going into the cabin, and because this counts as a bed, if you use the sleeping bags you don't get as long. I think you get an hour and you get 2 hours on a bed. A few things dotted about. I have this sort of little seating area up here with some love flamingos. Gives a bit of extra light. I mean, I've got these lights up here as well on the boat. So it was a fun project. It's a really easy camp to use, because most of the time when you actually come back to your camp you're either getting well rested or you're using your craft benches. So, and I get the extra added bonus of getting free junk, so I really like it. So anyway, I will try and start probably with the boat next week. I'll do a short video on how I built all the structures on the boat and some of the issues with the boats, and I might do a bit more research and see if I can find a way to float it. I'm sure I've seen someone do it on something, but I might be imagining that. I don't know. I have asked other YouTubers, and yeah, as far as I know, no one has sort of come up with the definitive way of doing it yet. Anyway, I hope you like the camp. That is all from me today. Thank you for watching.